You're unmuted.
Hello, arigato for joining us today. We are going to be playing Open a Box game. It's a good game. Don't you worry about it even for a moment. Yeah, we're gonna have to keep this at a pretty brisk pace because I have plans after this, but I still wanted to open this box. It's not even mine, it's Jim's, and I bullied him into into letting me open it.
Well, I helped.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, anyway, let's get into it. Is our audio good? Do we have people in the audience to tell us if our audio is good?
Well, I just heard us back for a second there on the audio, so I think we are fine.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, let's get this party started. So, what are we hoping to hit from this box?
Brute stuff.
Fruit stuff.
Yeah.
Savage Swing?
Reckless.
Swing?
Yeah,
I always get them
Reckless
mixed up.
Swing. And I still need more Blood Rush Bellows
Blood Rush Fellow?
and Alpha Rampage Case.
Yeah. That all checks out.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as I said, I will keep this to a pretty brisk pace, so I'm not going to go over everything. So we have a Bark Bone Strapping. We have a Potion of Strength. We have a Remembrance.
Ooh.
And a Foil Find Center.
Not bad.
We have... so I'm going to separate out commons. We'll have Supers Plus on their own level. How about... Tokens will go to the right.
Remembrance is good.
Remembrance is good. That's actually a pretty good card. Breaking Scales, also a good card. Oh, we have Snatch and Sigil of Solace as our two rares. Also good cards, actually.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the commons in this set and in Flesh and Blood in general are like surprisingly solid. I was just reading a Reddit post about how there's this guy that posted that thinks that the game is too expensive, which there are pieces that are too expensive. Ooh, foil heartened cross strap. That's pretty. There are pieces of this game that are really expensive, but I don't know. I don't think that having the most expensive pieces means that your deck is necessarily that much better. Like I was playing in a tournament, and it was a blitz. It was a blitz tournament. So I had in my sideboard, I had a Coat of Frost, and my main chest piece was going to be Gendel's Spring Tunic, which is the expensive chest piece. And I'm pretty sure every single game I actually played the Coat of Frost over it. Coat of Frost was really good, and most of the games didn't even make it to turn 3, so literally it would have just been an Iron Rot plate. Like a
Very expensive Iron Rod.
super expensive Iron Rot plate. We got a Spinal Crush as a Majestic.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
That's a very good card. That's never a bad one to see. So that's one Majestic. Usually in these boxes, I think it's about 1 to 2 Majestics and then like 6 Supers on average. Averages are a little bit weird because it's based per pack as opposed to like per box. And that makes some amount of difference. Doesn't sound like it would, but we have a foil Warriors of Valor. So yeah, I mean, honestly, even just getting a Majestic, I've opened boxes of Welcome to Rathe with no Majestics in them, which feels pretty bad. So even just getting one Majestic, I'm already pretty happy about that. Obviously for Jim, because this isn't my box.
True.
Who we got in the chat? We got any chatters?
We have Patty, and we have Alex, and we have, I assume, Jim in the other room on the Spike Theater's FAB.
Very good.
account.
Well,
It's not you? Oh, crazy.
Madeline?
Madeline? Is it from beyond the grave?
Rest in peace, Maddie. We got another Guardian card. We got a Cranial Crush, which is also a very good card.
Yeah, that is a very good one. Let me bring that up here.
Yeah. Yeah. We're just having a good time. Just hanging out. Opening some boxes. Regurgitating Slog. This is a card that actually won me the draft tournament. My last
It
game.
is Maddie, she says.
It is Maddie.
Also, Cat Herder says, thank you for starting the channel. Haven't had a chance to play Flesh and Blood yet because Alberta did a bad job managing the plague, but learning watching the Blitz games has been great. Thank you for that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Sorry that Alberta sucks.
Yeah, unfortunately, Alberta is as US as Canada gets, is the way that I like to say it. But yeah, I mean, as long as you're doing the right thing, then that's what matters to us, because we're not quite as poorly off, but we still do have a lot of people that are making it worse for everybody, and it's very tiring. So all you can do is what you can do, you know? So just keep following the guidelines. I know it sucks. It will continue to suck, but I don't know. At least you can take pride in yourself. The pandemonium.
The Panda Express.
Yeah, we have somebody in chat from Alberta.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if the mic caught that, but Jim just walked by as we updated him, and he said, yeah.
Sand sketch plan.
Oh, I need that.
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah, no, this game is really great, though. I really do hope that you have the opportunity to play it soon. I've been introducing it to, like, every single one of my friends, and it's really easy to, like, sit down and play your first game as long as you know, like, how the turn is structured and everything. It's really easy to learn, and then, like, hard to master, I guess, is, like, kind of the cliche way to say it. But,
for sure. Yeah, it's definitely true, right? Like, mechanics wise and everything, it's fairly simple, but you know, there's so much depth in even just the card choices, right?
Yeah, it's like the fact that, you know, every single card, or like the commons and the rares, have 3 different tiers that you can run.
Exactly.
It makes deck building really difficult, at least for me. So yeah, I'm a proud net decker of Flesh and Blood currently.
Yeah. Hard confirmed.
Yeah. So far, we've had 1 generic, 2 guardian, and 1 brute in terms of supers plus. We haven't seen a legendary yet, but I'm remaining hopeful. If there's a Mask of Momentum in here, I'm going to lose my mind. I, like, just bought one myself, and it's going to be in the mail. And yeah, I hope that, because I had a line to buy a Shock Charmers, a cold foil Shock Charmers. It's an arm piece from the new set, from somebody at like somebody in the local community. And then we were filming some secret content, which you guys will probably see sometime soon. But it involved opening packs. And when Jan was doing his section, it was James's packs that we were opening. Jan was doing his section, and he opened Shock Charmers. So I had to tell the guy, sorry. Reckless Swing.
Reckless Swing. Yep. I need that.
So I had to tell the guy, yeah, sorry. I got lucky, or, you know, somebody I know got lucky. Yeah. So far, yeah, we have 4 supers, 1 majestic. I'd like to see 1 more majestic, just to push this box, like, a little bit closer to being extra pog.
Extra pog.
We have a Blackout Kick, and a Fluster Fist, and, a foil majestic. A foil Steelblade Supremacy.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's a really good card. That's a good pull. I might try to buy that from Jim, because I'm playing a warrior deck.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah, I have the foil, the other Steelblade card, the super that's a Dorinthia specialization. I have 2 of those for my Dorinthia Hatchet deck.
Cool.
So might as well try to foil the other ones too.
Cat Herder again asks, I hope it's not a dumb question. It's not, don't worry. No. This is definitely a good question. What is the distinction between the yellow, blue, and red versions of the cards?
That's a very good question.
Are there trade-offs, or is one strictly better?
So, yeah, no, there isn't one that's necessarily strictly better. I actually have, just in this pack, 2 at least to demonstrate. So there's red versions of cards, there's yellow versions of cards, and then there's blue versions of cards.
Move your hand a little to the right, and you'll be okay. Because I punched in.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you can see these are both Iron Song Response. They count as separate cards for your deck. So for example, you can play 3 of any one copy of a card, but that is like you could play 3 red Iron Song Response, 3 yellow, and 3 blue. The difference between them is the red ones pitch for 1 resource, the yellow ones pitch for 2, and the blue ones pitch for 3. So you'd think, okay, well, obviously I want to pitch for as much resource as possible. Why wouldn't I just play blue ones? The red ones, for example, this one has the effect, if the defending hero has defended with a card from their hand this chain link, target weapon attack gains +3 attack. The yellow one gives +2 attack, and the blue one gives +1 attack. So the trade-off is the blue ones pitch for more resources, but generally do less damage, or they have like effects that scale down. Like there's a Runeblade card, Read the Runes, that the red one makes 3 rune chant tokens, and then the blue one makes 1. So you're trading off the utility of being able to pay more with a single card in order to do more damage with that same card. So it's very interesting trying to balance between the two. If you have a really good card, normally you'll either run, the full amount of copies that you can. But I have seen some cards that are like good but not super game breaking, where people will run the full playset of reds and blues, for example. Like they'll omit the yellows because they're just kind of awkward.
Yeah, decks typically, unless you are a strategy that leans on yellows, like something like Prism or whatever, you're usually pretty heavy red and blue. There's not really any reason to hedge your bets in that sense.
Yeah,
on like just playing the yellow versions.
It's kind of just better to either have, this makes me a bunch of mana or makes me a bunch of resource, or this hits for a bunch. It's or like red Sink Below is just so much better than blue Sink Below, because red Sink Below blocks for 4, blue Sink Below blocks for 2. They both cost the same amount, so they're both 0, but the red one just blocks for 2 more for free. And it's really nice.
Oh, MTG Girl is in the chat. She says, very cool box. So you just pulled an Enlightened Strike. It is very cool.
Yeah, this was a cool box. Thank you, Beck, for making it a really cool box, for showing up at the exact moment. So yeah, this is a very, very good hit. Like a great hit. That's one of the more expensive cards in the set.
I think that pays for the box.
Oh, easily, yeah. Our LGS, our local LGS, has a couple of these in stock, and I believe they're $85 or something. And then the box is $99 plus tax. So that was a good hit, and then that makes basically everything else free. So great hit there. Now this is confirmed. Like, we don't need to hit anything else. If we hit something else, then cool. But other than that, this box was spectacular. Spectacular.
Oh, nice.
Throne of Brutality. This card's banned.
It is banned in Constructed.
Throne of Brutality is an interesting card. Apparently it allowed Ira to go basically infinite. Like you couldn't really run Ira out of resources ever, because she could either pitch them to have them go on the bottom of her deck, or you attack with them and then they still go on the bottom of your deck.
Yeah.
So
also, Grant Bartel in chat says, note only commons and rares come in multiple colors. That is true.
That is true.
Like the cards that are directly in front of Bill, those are the super rares or the majestics.
Yeah.
And then the only others would be, I guess the only legendaries are equipment, right?
No. In Monarch, there are 2 legendary spells.
But yeah, anything higher than rare does only come in a single color. So typically those, like I was talking about with the decks that don't play many yellows, it would be the yellows that you would play would likely be like in Viserai, it's just Ninth Blade of the Blood Oath.
Yeah, Ninth Blade only comes in yellow, so like you would play it there because Okay, so we are on our last pack. I did say we were going to keep this at a pretty crisp pace, but yeah, we've gotten some really great stuff here.
I think we kept it too brisk. We've been live for 17 minutes.
Oh, well, we can still hang out for a little bit. We're not in like a massive rush, but we got Disable and then a Savage Feast. So yeah, I think that this was a great box for James. Enlightened Strike is a good one. In fact, I'm gonna go get a. Let's see if I can find a sleeve here. Nice. Yeah. What else can we talk about? Does anybody else have any questions about the game? I did introduce Beck to this game yesterday. Yesterday, yeah. And then we've also played some Digimon. Digimon seems actually pretty cool, not gonna lie. But yeah, Grant Bartel is Grant from Amuse, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask, but then I didn't because I didn't want to dox him necessarily. But also, hello, Grant.
I mean, he's doxing himself. He has his name on the thing.
True. True. That is
How do we do? Break this box down for me.
Yeah. Okay. So
Oh, here comes Dad.
yeah. So this was James's box.
Quick, grab this Majestics.
Grab the Majestics and nobody gets hurt.
What do we got?
Okay. So we got like rares. Nothing too crazy.
Everybody say
All the
goodbye
rares are
to
the same.
Jan. Jan is.
Bye, Jan.
Jan was here, by the way.
Bye, Jan.
Bye, Jan de Vlois.
These are just the tokens. We got 2 cracked baubles.
Oh, baby.
2 of them. Isn't that crazy?
Any whole baubles?
No. Any money in it? So we got.
Sorry, quickly before you start that, Patty wants to know when will you be mailing him that e-strike?
Well, spoilers. First of all, Patty.
Spoilers. I'm not.
But Patrick, nice try. So we have a Mugenshi release
Okay.
for Katsu. We got a Reckless Swing and
like I already have one of
and
those, right?
sketched plan. I believe you do.
Get your release? Yeah.
You probably do. Elliot wants to buy these off.
Yeah,
you,
I'll buy them off you immediately.
like right now. We got some good Guardian stuff. We got a Cranial Crush and we got a Spinal Crush.
Okay.
Not allowed to have any bones.
Crush tribal.
Yeah, no bones.
Crush
There's this
tribal.
foiled steel blade supremacy, which is
Ooh,
very
that's
pretty.
nice.
I might want to buy that off you. Then we also got a Remembrance,
Okay.
and that was it. That was
it.
yeah. That was
that was
the whole box.
Definitely no
Yeah,
enlighten strikes
no.
at all.
And then we got an Enlightened Strike, which
Sick.
as I
Why
said,
don't you
pays
tell
for the box.
chat what's so good about enlighten strike?
So Enlightened Strike is just, I mean, it's a generic attack, but when I say it's just generically good, it is. For aggro decks, it's just really, really powerful because you're able to, the cost is essentially variable because you have to have 1 card in your hand to put on the bottom of your deck to cast this. So this costs, depending on the card in your hand, 1, 2, or 3. And then it can be an attack for 7. It can be an attack for 5 with Go again to keep doing things and just have a free attack for 5. Or you can draw a card if it already has Go again from another avenue. Or you can just use it to set up so that you have a 5-card hand next turn. You can draw a card if this is your last one, and then arsenal that card and then draw up. It's just a really flexible card. Mostly I've seen it in aggro decks. I think it is played in some other amount of decks, but it is, to me, really an aggro card. And it blocks for 3. It's just
What's not to love?
yeah, it's got so many things going for it, and it is relatively rare. I mean, it's a Majestic from Welcome to Rathe, and the thing that is unfortunate is in new sets, super rares don't exist. Like, for example, this one has a little purple S on the bottom, and that indicates that it's a super rare. Those were only in Arcane Rising and Welcome to Rathe. After that,
do a close up on that.
I can't.
Hold it up.
Yeah.
so yeah, for example,
No, hold it up.
You hold it up to the
oh,
camera.
hold it up.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Yeah, there you
You can
go.
actually perfectly see the little blue S
Oh,
on
this
there.
camera's nice.
So these only existed in Welcome to Rathe and Arcane Rising. They have since basically they phased out super rares. They're now only Majestics. So as I was saying before, I think the average, I don't remember what the per pack average, but it's essentially like 1 to 2 Majestics in Arcane Rising or Wraith box if you were to buy them. And now, like with Tales of Aria, I think it's about like 7 Majestics.
Right, because they kind of lowered the rarity essentially.
Yeah, they removed a rarity and then shifted a bunch of cards that would be super rares into Majestics. So like this split is fairly average for like a new set. Like if you were to open Crucible or Tales of Aria, you would see like probably about 8 Majestics. That's like not super crazy, but for Welcome to Wraith specifically, getting any one Majestic is less likely. So like Enlightened Strike is just expensive. Spinal Crush is also a good card and it's relatively expensive, not in the same vein, but I think it's still like 15 or 20
I think it's
bucks.
still 15.
like, which is impressive for the unlimited version of this
yeah,
card.
exactly.
Like,
Also, I think this is my second box of Welcome to Rathe, and this is also my second Enlighten Strike.
Yep.
True.
yeah, because you had an Enlightened Strike, and then that box also had Brave Forge Racers.
Yeah, it did.
Like, you just have really good Welcome to Wraith luck.
Yeah.
But yeah, in general, that was a great box. That's a great example of what Welcome to Rathe can be. Obviously, barring a legendary. Legendary would have pushed that way over the top. But yeah, that was fun. That was good.
Cool.
Yeah, I want this. Elliot wants this.
And the other one, yeah.
I don't think he needs the Spinal Crush because he got 2 from Steve.
Did get 2 from Steve. Shout out to Steve.
Shout out Steve. Good guy. Rest in peace.
Nobody's gonna get that joke.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna call it. I think if there's no more questions from chat,
Yeah, we
If
kind
anybody
of
else
ripped
wants
through
to-
it there.
but keep an eye out. Maybe Bill, do you want to tell them what is coming up for the channel in the next little while?
Sure. So we've been working on getting more gameplay content edited. We have actually a decent amount in the tank right now. I don't know how many games we have.
We need a little
Exactly.
more, but
We need-
pretty comfortable.
Yeah, I think we have more in the tank than we ever did for Magic.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have 4 games in the tank.
Yeah.
For Flesh and Blood.
Go
So-
stand in there. You can't
So,
talk to him.
so yeah, we're well prepared to
It's
get
not
stuff
exactly
out.
what I meant.
The thing that's unfortunate is we did film a lot of games all in the same day when it was like basically our first time playing like ever. So there are a couple things where we miss a ruling or we play not correctly or whatever. But I don't think that that's what our content is we're not supposed to be a paragon of high level play anyway. Like we're learning, you're learning with us is I think what we were kind of going for. But yeah, so we have more gameplay content coming up, coming down the pipe, and then we also have pack one pick one content for draft. So it'll be shorts that we're going to be releasing. That basically it's going to be. I think we basically all did
We did
content
8
for
each.
it. Yeah, we did
so there's-
eight packs each.
Yeah, five of us, 8 packs,
40
each,
videos.
approximately.
Yeah, about 40 videos that we filmed just today, opening up Tales of Aria and going over what we think our pack one pick one would be for each pack. And I think it's like it's going to be like pretty short content, but we're going to be editing it really nicely, I think, from what I saw.
Yeah, it should be
James
pretty
was
good.
mocking up today. And yeah, we'll just be kind of doling those out as we see fit. Because they don't need to be like continuous or anything.
Mhm.
Just nice little easy to digest content if you're worried about how to evaluate cards in Tales of Aria. And we are also working on starting up competitive classic constructed gameplay. It's going to be slightly different than our Blitz gameplay. We're not going to have the same sort of feel or style in that like our classic style where it's 2 buds bantering back and forth and face cams and stuff. Because competitive constructed or classic constructed games go a little bit longer on average, we're going to try doing I want to say like Mudsta style condensed gameplay where it's just top down board view and then like cut down a little bit, get rid of the dead air and whatever, and then like a narrated summary
Like
over
post
top.
commentary.
Yeah.
Shout out
post-commentary.
to MTG Mudsta.
Yeah.
For anybody that isn't coming from Magic the Gathering, you can check him out if you want to see kind of what Bill means. Basically, he takes Commander games and chops them down to like typically like 15 minutes and just narrates over top of them, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
And so we lovingly stole his idea and we're going to give it a shot.
I think it was Mudsta that said when we were first starting, like, don't be afraid to steal content that you think is cool.
It was
like,
somebody,
or not
for
not
sure.
like steal content, but steal ideas for content and like how to show stuff. But yeah, so I think we're gonna try that out. We're gonna see if that works and if that's something that you guys like. If it doesn't end up being something that you like, then we'll likely try to do it in our Blitz style. But I think that this would be good because yeah, the games go a little bit longer, so I don't know. I think there's more that can go wrong, more like, I don't know, takesies, backsies that we want to worry about for on camera. And I think it would just be easier to edit if we didn't have to worry about talking or face cams. So
Yeah, like one thing about our sort of more social style of gameplay where it's like 2 people in the studio talking to each other is that it's very difficult to be like on for the camera and then also concentrating on playing the game.
Oh my god, yeah.
Because you have to like talk through what you're thinking, you have to be very explicit about what cards you're playing and the sequence that you're playing cards in, and like when it gets more complicated than that, we're much more prone to making errors. So
Yeah.
And when we basically don't even know how to play the game.
yeah, we're
pretty
still
bad.
learning, right?
Pretty bad.
Yeah. So anyway, keep an eye out for that. I think we can probably call the stream here.
Yeah. Just a nice quick one. Wanted to say hi and open a box. So
Yeah, this has basically just been an excuse so that Bill can rip open this box. So welcome to Rathe.
God,
Bar.
we were pestering him all day.
we're like, hey Jim, we don't want to feel like we're pressuring you, but
But would you mind if we pressured you?
Anyway, have a great night, everybody.
Mm,
And
thanks for
thanks for tuning in and keeping us company while we open this box for tax purposes.
tax purposes.